Hi guys, I'm Yu Blade Knight, and today I'm coming to you with a card discussion. And since Dimension of Chaos is going to have its sneak peek next weekend, I thought it would be a good idea to talk about a card that's coming out in that set. So, Urgent Ritual Art is the card I'm going to talk about. It's the card that can only be played in Necros because we don't really have that many other good ritual decks, especially when it comes to being able to utilize that card. So basically, let's go over what it does. So you cannot control a ritual monster when you activate the card, and then you basically banish a ritual spell from your hand or graveyard, and then you can perform ritual summon the way that ritual spell would do it. So if you banish Kaleidoscope, you can send from the extra deck, and with Cycle you can bring back from graveyard just like normal. And the advantage of that card over the regular ritual spell is that you can use it in your opponent's turn, so you are more reactive to your opponent's action, or you can bring out your Trishula even if your opponent tries to play around it by setting all his hand cards and stuff, because he will obviously draw a card in his draw phase, and then you can Trish him, so there is not that many ways for him to play around that. But keep in mind he could have a breakthrough skill in the graveyard, so check his graveyard before you do that. Also, you have to keep in mind that if you want to Trish your opponent, the ritual spell has to be Chainlink 1, because otherwise Trishula will miss his timing, and then you just summoned 2700 beta, which is kinda awkward. Sure, sometimes there might be situations in which you have to summon a beater to protect yourself, but that's not the primary use of that card. Also, you can summon Unicorn, which is also pretty nice because you will get your search either way, even if you chain the ritual art, which is pretty nice because you can chain it when your opponent activates the effect of an extra deck monster, and then Unicorn will be summoned, and because of that the effect of Unicorn will kick in and will negate the effect of the extra deck monster, and your opponent doesn't really have ways to negate the effect of Unicorn beforehand because it's summoned in the same chain, so he can't use Breakthrough Skill or Fiendish Chain to stop it, which would be an easy out for your opponent. If, for example, if he has a Breakthrough Skill in graveyard, you cannot just leave the Unicorn on the field to negate the effect, so you can play around it by using the Ritual Art reactive to the effect. You could also summon Clausulas for protection and effect negation, because Clausulas is not that bad. His ability to negate a special summon monster, summoned from the extra deck, and put its attack to 0 is kinda nice, especially since you can use it in the damage step, but it's not as advantageous as your activity with Unicorn and the ability to summon Trishula on your opponent's turn, because, for example, if your opponent exceeds an Exceed monster like King of the Pharaoh Imp or something, or 101 or something that does not activate its effect on summon, you can go ahead and just Trish it away, so your opponent will not get this effect off, and will also go pretty much minus because of Trishula. Or you can use it when your opponent used something that has an effect in the graveyard, like Damage Juggler. You can immediately react to it and banish the Damage Juggler before he can banish it to Surge. So there's a lot of options you have with the card. I think the card is pretty high utility in the Necros, so I would definitely recommend you to try it out. And if you tried it out or have your own opinion on it, feel free to leave a comment down below and tell me what you think about the card, or about another card you want to have a discussion about. That was Yu Blade Knight, and I'm signing out.